All right. So, Ian, do me a favor. Let's top out because Vance had topped out. Let's get a yeah. Apologies. Let's get a top out. I don't know if Ian can maybe hear me now that we are restarted. Apologies for that. It's a little bit of a disconnection here. OBS had dropped out for whatever reason. So, Ian, if you can hear me, let's get a top out. We'll redo game number 1. Apologies for that. Ian, look like Ian did refresh, so hopefully he will. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, apologies. Yeah, we're gonna. No, it's fine. Yeah, there was a OBS issue. So friends of YouTube hopefully are back and joining us. I'm not sure. Yeah, our friends of YouTube maybe here, maybe not. Who knows? I started auto muted. Well, maybe that's for the best. Yeah, it was an OBS issue. Somehow it got disconnected and had to go back and get a different stream key. I can't use the same one that we were using before. So apologies again to players. We're going to redo game number 1. We will increment the seed, players. So if you can increment your seed, we will go to 5E. 5E 27CE. So again, highest of apologies for that. My bad, as they would say. Is the bot dead? Is it? No. It's fine. Okay. So sorry to fans and players alike, but we should be okay now. Let's go. We're going to get game number 1 redone in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Game 1 was actually looking pretty good. Both players were doing very well, and I didn't notice that there was a disconnection. I should have known. I should have known there was some tomfoolery because the child was around me asking questions, and next thing I know, maybe something got unplugged without my behest. All I know is I saw you guys saying dead stream, and I wanted to cry. But luckily, here we are. We are back. YouTube is here again. Thank you, YouTubers, for hanging out. Apologies to all of you once more for the unfortunate, untimely disconnection. But you didn't miss any action. We're just redoing game number 1 here with our friends getting underway. It is IanKeith on the left. 47,000 points to start. 52,000 for Vance on the right. Vance of the Northeast Regional fame. Seen him at the last 2 Northeast Regionals. He's a good dude. He's a great player. And look to hope to see him perhaps in the World Championship. He might be there. I get to see that strapping man on the right that looks a lot and plays a lot like Mr. Jeffrey, who we will see tonight. You will get that match in its entirety, I promise. Nenu and Jeff, first time ever in 4 years. First time ever in 4 years, right? The first time in 4 years that they've played. The last time was on the Friday Night Fights in 2020. Jeff defeated Nenu 3-1. You can imagine that. Ian got some work to do to try to clean this up. This is kind of gnarly. Can I get the quick tap of the T-piece? And that'll do it. Rippers for Ian. Ian probably wishing that that first game maybe would have counted. Because Ian was doing so much better in that first. And so again, really apologies for that, Ian. That was a faux pas on my end. But Vance, you're going to be good for game number 1. Ian has topped out, unfortunately, at 84,000. So I will spare Ian. Ian will not get the caca sound bites and things like that. We'll give him a pass. We'll give Ian a pass for this one. Boy, it says King gets the hypest matches, of course. Boom. Tetris with Vance? Yeah. All right, Vance, you're good for game number 1, sir. Ian has topped out. So you are free to top out as well. I don't know. Does Vance have me on mute? Am I on mute, Vance? He's trying to see the score. He can't see what's happening. Imagine if he had me muted. How could you mute the king, Vance? How dare you? Ian's trying to reach him. Vance, he can't see. He's like, what is going on? I can't see what's happening. The stream froze on him. Well, that's not my fault this time. That's not on me. That's not my fault this time. That's not my fault. It wasn't me. That's on your internet. As he looks puzzled, trying to figure out what the F. Ian, of course, letting Vance know they've 1.2'd, so it was just all a dream. It was all a dream. Somebody get that song going. Is this a new game? Says Rishi Makar. We canceled the first one. They just played a redo of the first one since the stream had cut off, unfortunately. So they just restarted game number 1, and Ian unfortunately topped out early. Dad wants to see some gaslighting, apparently. Or actually doesn't want to see gaslighting, but the chat says different. Alright, players are ready to go. We will not delay any further. Let us get to game number 2 quickly in 3, 2, 1 Tetris, and hopefully it will be a better one. Getting underway for game number 2. Got another match coming up. It will be Dekk and Hana coming up shortly, and then we'll have Jeff and Nenu, your main event. It'll be about close to an hour away. So if you're staying up late over in Europe, you made it this far, you might as well see it to the end. We're getting close to the end. We'll have Dekk and Hana up next. And then your main event. So just stick with us. We are getting there. Toka just woke up, so you should be fresh as the daisy to watch that matchup. Legend and Superstar. Boom, touch with Jeff. Former tapper. One-time roller. And one of the best stackers in the game. CTL 3-time champion. Multi-time CTM champion. Nenu. Return to competitive Tetris. And it's not PAL. Imagine. Blackout Gaming trying to wonder who will win. Yeah, that's taking bets. Welcome in Sean Vincent from Facebook. It's awesome indeed. So glad you could join us. Again, apologies, we were streaming earlier, but then a technical difficulty hit and caused us to go off air momentarily. But you've not missed any action. We ended up redoing this game number 1. Wish we probably had seen game number 1 in its originality, because they both were playing very good, and it just kerfuffled. So 1,000 pardons. 261 score check, 226 for Vance. Ian with the lead at the moment. I'm sure players would enjoy getting score checks, because God forbid the king not do that. To tell stories and build characters, right? That's what we do here. That's how Ian became so loved thanks to the character King created. Fire-breathing dragon. Now beloved. And honestly, as mentioned before, Ian, now with the Tetris to go to 359, Vance at 297. Ian really has cemented themselves as one of the greats in Friendlies. 3-time upstart champion. No one has gotten that belt as many times as Ian. A former Twitch TV champion. Almost could have been a Phenoms champion. Almost had the opportunity to become the very first ever player to win 3 different titles. That recognition went to 20Dan03 instead. I'm sure Ian not out of the running anytime soon. That you never know. They're just linked forever. They'll probably fight each other at a super show. Why not? Because King got no other content to put out. Right? Can't build any more stars. He's got to go back and bring reliables. But Ian's like, no, please, no more Dan. No more Dan. That's why Ian was kind of chomping at the bit to get a chance to play Vance. Someone fresh and new, right? You always want to do that. In the World of Class Tetris, you want to try to get your chops wet with new players and test your might and see where you land. And I think that's why Ian was like, yeah, let's go. Let's see what Vance has got. And right now, Vance at 438. Ian at 520. Very strong game now. Now this is the game we're talking. Pulsar says Buko will win. Buko undefeated against Jeff, for those that don't know. Jeff has never been able to beat Buko. Jeff is 0-3 lifetime versus Matthew James Buko. And for you YouTubers out there, won't spoil it, because those videos will be coming out soon, but you'll see somebody become the very first ever Legends champion. Those videos are on the way. If you have not seen them live on Twitch, that's okay. They're coming to YouTube. They're in the works. So stay tuned for that. You can see all your old favorites duking it out. Can't wait. Arctic love the Legends. I know Vance would love to make sure this board is in order before transition. Ian has already transitioned 645 through 134 lines for IanKeith. Tremendous game for them. Vance at 567. That's nothing to scoff at either. And Vance is aware of that S flat, man. That was a beautiful play from Vance. So we got ourselves a very good game number 2 after Ian kind of put to bed in that redo of number 1. Honestly, none of their fault. Ian was playing very good in game number 1 originally. It's all the King's fault. Ian kind of holding out for a bar. There's the bar finally. And now we got to see if we can fix this board. We're going to need the right pieces. Oh, the quick tap for Ian to get the long bar over to the left side. That is going to keep some semblance of survival for now. Oh, lost ass on the J piece. And that's going to do it. Ian can't believe it. 702 for IanKeith. That's as far as we're going to go. Vance, you have a chase down. 702, 351 was Ian's score. You'll need to get to 703. So 703, Vance is the target. Ugh. P sequence, though, not the best. Vance, I think, was waiting for the J piece to come over to the left. Lombard's coming in, but this is so tough. How did he get that Z over to the left side? But that's going to look like... Can't call it yet. Ian watching intently, but there you go. Yeah, Vance says no. No, ran out of room. Just nothing else left in the tank there. 635 for Vance. He cannot chase. IanKeith will be thankful for that one. He'll take a hard-earned crown. And we're leveled at 1, just the way it should be. GG's. Arctic with the cheeky comment there. Love it. I suppose you could increment the first 2 characters. Ian knows what to do. Increment your first 2 characters of the seed. Triple flip with the T. WTF. Yeah. Little monkey's buttocks. Alright, we have ready from our players, so we are going to continue on. Let's do it. We have game number 3. Crucial. It starts at 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Let's see what we got. Double red piece. The Z and the L to start. Both of them decide to start off in different positions of placements. So that is quite interesting to see that. Love it. Love to see the ingenuity between players. The different stacking theories that they have. You gotta enjoy that. Much like I'm gonna enjoy Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber, man. Oof. That's a hot matchup right there. Gotta think the Viper is gonna win here. Can't imagine that they don't have him going into the Elimination Chamber. With all the WrestleMania talk coming up. And speaking about WrestleMania, we have our own WrestleMania in the world of Friendly, since this is a wrestling-centric show. We have our own Super Show. It is our WrestleMania coming up in April. It will be Reckoning. Tetris Friendly's Reckoning is our WrestleMania. And King looking to book some super matchups. Titles will be defended. Honors look to be restored. It will be a very fun event, and I'm hoping to book something along the lines of a Roman Reigns Rock level type of match. If you are a wrestling fan and you understand what that means, yeah. King is looking to close the deal on that. Hopefully soon, and we can announce it when it is signed, sealed, and delivered. Toka's still mad that CM Punk didn't win the Royal Rumble. I'm be mad about it, but it was the right thing to do. Colin says, so whomever is Roman will be the winner? What does that even mean, Colin? Farhan wanting to know when the Jeff match and Nenu will be happening. You have time, Farhan. Don't worry. You have some time. You can eat your cereal. Watch the television a little bit. And then come back here for the big time match. We're looking at about 45 minutes or so away. We should be seeing Nenu coming up live in about 30 minutes for warm-ups. And then shortly after that, that match will take place. Coming up next, though, is a good one. Roller, Dekk, Dasser / Roller, Hana. They'll go one-on-one in a Fave Fiver battle. And selecting both of them for the Fave 5. Much like I must select a score check for our players. That would be rude of me not to do that. 237 for IanKeith, 254 for Vance. Colin is a Roman Reigns hater. This Colin is also... Oh, what a dirty Tetris there for Ian. Did not want to miss that. Colin is what we call a Cody Crybaby. Right, Colin? You're a Cody Crybaby? Man, did The Rock ever give it the business? Sheesh. No. Yeah, right. Joshua Newman over on YouTube. I most likely think Vance will win. Yeah, I mean, Vance is very good. He almost took out Eric at the Northeast Regional event that we had back in Hartford in 2023. on like the final. That was the final North American lead up regional to the World Championships last year. And Vance almost defeated Eric in the first round. Eric had an early top out in game 1 and then came back strong in game 2. And then Vance and Eric went down to the wire in game 3. That saw Eric having to complete a post 29 chase down and almost flubbed it too. So. Tetris in for Vance. Vance will go to 429. Ian at 354. We're in game number 3. This is tied up at a redo of game number 1 due to a technical issue on my end. Then we redid game 1. Ian with the early top out, giving the gift to Vance. Game number 2 saw Ian with a very strong at level 18, about 600k transition, I believe it was, or close to it. And topping out with a 700k on 22. But Vance, far behind, could not get the chase down. And that leads us to this game number 3. It is crucial. Somebody will take a 2-1 advantage. Ian has transition 427. Vance has transition 511. Here we go. Game number 3 hangs in the balance. Vance setting up a beautiful delayed burn. It's certainly not afraid to try interesting burns. Get the S all the way over to the left side and then need some help. Oh wow, got that Z all the way over. Ian waiting on the long bar, does get it. I mean to worry about that left side, but good pieces coming in. We'll take the safety triple. Did not want to try to risk it even though the long bar did come shortly right after. Ooh, early shift for Vance. You saw he was trying to pace that T and then get the J over. Did not work out in his favor. He is in the dig mode, knows not to try to make a J dependency on that left side. But that is a risky biscuit situation. Lumbar flat did burn, but nothing going to burn right there. You can see Van shaking his head. He's not happy. The hangarang square is deadly, and that will do it. Vance cannot go any further. He's finished at 528. IanKeith at 549. He'll get the bar for a triple, and he's going to be saved. Ian, good enough. To take a 2-1 lead now. GG's. Waterleg 99 says, hopefully Jeff vs. Nenu is worth it. I have an online exam to do for a college class due at midnight central. Well, then you better at least do something of it right now, because we got another about 45 minutes to go. At least get some work done, kid. But Jeff and Nenu is always worth it. How dare you even think differently? Ian thought he had about another 50k to chase, not gonna lie. Yeah, no, you kind of took off there and running while Vance was struggling. We have ready some both. They have incremented the seed because they're pros, and we will go ahead and start game number 4. It's pivotal in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. King will give a little bit more score updates going forward. I've not been doing that. Not been doing my due diligence, telling stories. Toka in the chat. Undeserved push. Way too much pushing. LOL. Killed all the chances from the wrestlers for 2 to 3 years. Farhan is a friend of Nenu. Farhan, let me ask you a question. Did Nenu, when he lost power in 2020 at the World Championships, did he go to your house to play the match against Andy? I would love to know if that's part of the lore, that you're the friend that he went to the house to play. Let's get that answered right now. Come on, Farhan, let us know. Are you the clutch friend that saved the day for Nenu to play? Farhan contemplates that. We don't have an answer. Would be nice to know if that was the case. Vance at 100,000, Ian at 103. Players have boards under control. They were waiting for long bars. Ian finally got theirs, and Vance as well. 133 to 127, and a Tetris for Vance and a Tetris for Ian coming up. We'll keep it just about that 5,000 point differential still. $157 for Ian, 151 for Vance. Ian kind of up high here, and Ian's gonna top out. That's been a rough seed, and Vance, you're gonna get the score, and we'll take it. Game 4 is no more. We're gonna go to a decider now. Vance gonna have some drop frames a little bit there, but that's okay. Hopefully, Vance, you can hear us. Ian has unfortunately topped out. Your score is now more than enough. And it looks like, yeah, again, maybe the stream is frozen for Vance, but we'll see. Didn't handle the drought as well as I should have, indeed. Ian keeping it interesting, as Richard said. Yeah, why not? Deciders are always so much fun. Players will be incrementing their seeds, and then we will get our 5th and final game underway. If you're Dekk and you're Hana, make sure you've got the streams ready to go. We're going to jump into your match immediately as the world is waiting. They want Jeff. They want Nenu. I got to give it to them. Hydration at its key for Vance. IanKeith is ready to go. Hands getting dried off with a towel. Let's go. It is time. Game number 5. Fantastic finale coming up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, and of course, Dekk letting me know the screen name. What a shock. I actually knew that one, Dekk. I actually knew that one. It's Poopy's alt name that I will never know. And I'm not following it. Like Colin. Colin went to follow it because Colin is a good streamer. Me, I'm a bad streamer. I'm not following that name. I refuse. I'm not following that alt account. It's just the worst name in Twitch ever. And I'm sure it probably means something nice for Poopy, and I'm just being a jerk, but sorry. It's like, Toka wanted to know who won between Marts and Richard. I'd like to get the spoiler alert. I'm sure people were checking out the scorecard to find out what happened there. Richard Wolf defeated Marty in a 3-2 finale. Colin's got a good point. Sharky's is also a difficult one, but I remember it now. The Megalodias shark is not that. It's not that bad. At the beginning, I didn't like it either, but I got used to it. And then I realized that Megalodias is actually a real word. I didn't even realize that was an actual animal. Nice S-spin for IanKeith here, the decider. 147 for Ian, 150 for Vance. Ert 2-0. Just checking out the queue. We are here in the final game of this set between IanKeith and Vance. Pompino Spisrug. The worst ever. That's just for Vance to go to 223. Ian at 216. shaking the head. Maybe not happy with the piece sequence of the placements that are going on. Double S's certainly won't make anybody happy, but the T is good. And the S will burn the double away. And Ian patiently waiting on a bar, just not coming for them. Good dash control for Ian. Good recognition to see the better placements to be needed there as the long bar finally in with the sigh of relief, knowing that took a little too long for a bar to show up. And I'm surprised that Ian made that placement with the S. That was not the ideal place. Had the J coming, could have made the J dependency. Maybe Ian just didn't see it or wanted to go a different way. 254 for Ian, 258 for Vance. We are pretty neck and neck, and since we are getting close to that matchup between Nenu and Jev, it is only proper that the neck alert comes out in a close game, number 5. The 2 greatest necks of all time ever. Boom, Tetris for Jev. And Alex Kataruker. Those are the necks you see on that screen. They are legendary, and they played one of the greatest friendlies matches of all time in 2020. And of course, the best of 99 series last year. I'm sure that thrilling conclusion will appear on the YouTube channel someday. Tetris for Ian to go to 332. Vance at 336. 96 lines for both. This one's a nice tight game. Number 5. Exactly what you would have wanted to see in every game they've played. Unfortunately, 2 early top outs for Ian. A couple of unfortunate transition top outs for Vance. Not able to get the chase down in game number 2 and then game number 3. Just couldn't manage the board well enough after Ian kind of stormed back. Ian was behind in that game number 3 most of the way. $352 for IanKeith, 409 for Vance. We are approaching the transition. Vance looks like he may get there first, but Ian did get a Tetris in to get closer. This Tetris will get us even closer. Could be seeing a simul transition depending on how the board works out. There we go. Double for Ian into it. 407 for Ian. Vance looking for one last score, but might have to just burn in. He'll take the triple for safety. Here we go. We're off and running. It is game number 5. IanKeith. Vance. Which dancer will have the bragging rights for tonight? Tetris for Vance. 478. Ian. 461. We're on double 20s. They've got 8 levels to play before the 29 ends it. There is no 29 after play. Unless you're green tea, they can have the perfect game. They gotta make the best that they can in these next 9 or 8 levels. Excuse me. Now we're down to 7. We go to level 21. Michelle Parisian on YouTube. Transitioning from dash to roll slowly, but like they say, it's no joke. Rolling is hard, indeed. And the CEO of Classic Tetris is here. He's watching along. Gotta root for Vince with an A, because that's who that is. Vance. 602 triple with the bar coming. He wanted to play it safe. Didn't want to make a mistake. Ian on level 24 at 530 has been just burning. Ian's not been able to get comfortable Maybe trying to play the long game out. Knows that Vance has been having some issues on the transitions. $6.55 for Vance, $5.44 for Ian. Ian has to go aggressive now. No choice. He's ahead in the line count now. And Ian playing really smart now. Really clean game for Ian. Gets the Tetris to go to 640. Vance at 668. We're on level 26 now. Vance did get the Tetris to go to 701. And Ian will get one there too to go 675. This is on level 27. Ian has to maximize these next 20 lines. Has to try to minimize the burns. As Vance is got the favorable line count. 712 for 710. My word, this is butt clenching tight. The next come out even further. Ian. Oh. Gets the square over. Needs the J, but the S comes instead. What tap for Ian? 722 to Vance's 754. IanKeith slams the Tetris. Gets the points at 766, but Vance has the advantage. Vance, bang! Tetris at the end. The extra lines make the difference, and Vance has done it. Clutch up, baby. Vance is looking. He said, did I do it? Hell yeah, I did it. And Ian, marvelous effort. But it's not going to be enough. And Vance survives game number 5 to take the game of the match. GG's. Man, what a finish that one was. Had some tough games throughout. A couple of early top outs. And some potentials that could have been good, but the King buffed it. Or biffed it. But nonetheless, we'll go over to the winner's scene. What a hell of a match. First time ever, Ian and Vance facing off, and it was tremendous. Congratulations to that young man right there. The Professor has done it. Vance is your winner for this evening. Gonna hydrate and celebrate. An Eagles fan. Tough to be one these days, but nonetheless, congratulations. Enjoy a victory over the fire-breathing dragon. That goes a long way. Tremendous win at the end. Clutched it up and nailed it. Could Vance maybe get the rematch with Jeff one day? Vance, gotta say, he had a little nerves in him. But now he's starting to warm up. And he's looking like the guy I had pegged to have a great 2024. Congratulations, Vance. Hell of a game. What an ending there. That was a damn good one. Sheesh. What a really good one. All right, folks. Coming up next, we got 2 more matches to go. Fans are waiting for Jeffrey. But right before that, let's whet your appetite with some really good Tetris play between 2 of the King's Fave Fibers. Little Kitty Hana and Dekk. Gas roll versus roll. We'll come out supreme. Let us go. After this ad break. Got one last ad break, maybe, before your main event. Can't be back in 60 seconds. Over on Twitch, YouTube, hang in there. You'll get the pre-roll. Here we go, baby. It is our double main event for the evening, and this one is a good one. It sees our fave fibers clashing for dominance in the King's Friendlies universe. On the left-hand side is a player I've been knowing for quite some time, for several years. Been able to prove time and again that they just get better and better each time. And in 2023, excuse me, I got to get a little bit more up close. Well, they're a member of the Grandmasters for the Classic Tetris Gauntlet Series, and I was impressed every time I saw them. Get ready for the little cutie, Hana! And on the right is another player that tickled my fancy in 2023. Was watching them play here and there and everywhere when it comes to competitive classic Tetris. Hoping to see more of them in Friendlies action in 2024. It is Dekk! All right. Some young guns in the world of classic Tetris you're going to get to see. It is roll, baby. Look at them roll. Oh no, working on that 28 roll. They're very proficient in the dash play. Are they? The seed has been implemented. So players, go ahead and check out the seed. The seed is 240C6D. That is 240C6D. When you are ready, go ahead and give me the readies. And then we'll get this match underway. Vamos, Dekk and Hana, of course. They are ready to go. So let's not dawdle. Let's just go right into it. The main event also coming up next in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. They are off and running. T and the L from both our players mean that we do have the same piece sequence, so that is a good thing. Fix up some camera there. And we are good to go. Hana on the left, Dekk on the right. Hana going with the old school playstyle of the dash. Hana has been a grip switcher recently, been working on that rolling as you saw in the warm-up. Dekk a roller all the way. He's zipping the long bar over to the right side without any trouble, and a zip of the S piece as well. 139 for Dekk to start, 95,000 for Hana. Touches on row 2 for Hana. We should see some strong 18 play from players. We should see good transitions. Kind of the goal that we're looking for in this one. Might see a couple of max outs maybe. These players have maxed out the game several times. Remember, Nenu told me. Definitely more times than the King has ever maxed out this game. Allegedly. Colin was still here. It would tell you allegedly. So, of course, friends of the show, stick around. We are getting close. You have been waiting patiently. Boom, Tetris with Jeff will be here soon. And I'm sure Nenu will be warming up as well. 301 for Dekk. 220 for Hana. Not much to say about the gameplay here because look at this. This is the reason why King has chosen these players for Phase 5. The game has been very clean. Minimal, if any, issues. Look at Dekk, just having a good time. Dekk is just having a good time. Smiling. Knowing that, hey, I'm getting showcased by the king. That means I'm famous. Not gonna lie, Dekk is already pretty famous for helping to do the artwork recently for some of the king's events, like the Revolution event, all those beautiful cards that Dekk made, courtesy of them, and of course the Game Crasher episode that we had to kick off our new year of 2024, all courtesy of Dekk, doing a great job. And I'm sure we'll be reaching out to Dekk soon for the Reckoning cards. This King starts to look to book matches there. $434 for Hana, $493 for Dekk. Comes in asking, is Nenu rolling yet? Nenu was rolling, but has decided that that is not conducive. It causes some issues with his hands, and he says it's too painful to play with that. And he also has said the same thing about his tapping now. Tapping is too difficult for doing that at this juncture. So what you're getting now is you're getting Das Nenu. Das Nenu is just as strong, so don't worry about that. Das Nenu is very good. Has a 1.3 million score, so no question about that. $551 for Hana, $631 for Dekk. It's a really strong game for Dekk. Like, honestly, look at this. Look at this game from Dekk, really. And zip it under the piece over. We are one burn away from the 29th play. We'll take the triple into the Tetris. 662. Transition for Dekk, rough and running. Hana, 598. That is a friggin' more than respectable transition. But when you're in Dekk mode, woof. This is guns blazing. Zipping pieces left and right. Oh, Dekk almost had a dirty Tetris setup. All Dekk had to do was just make an adjustment there, and they would have had a dirty Tetris. Instead, we'll take it saved. No problem. I got a crazy pace king. Let me cook. 700,000 for Dekk. 675 for Hana. Hot on the heels. And a Tetris to bring it right back. 702 to 703, just like that. This game is spicy AF. This game is looking pretty awesome. Zempro, I could hear you screaming it from the top of the crowd. This is awesome. 812 to 793. We're on level 23 for Dekk. 22 for Hana. Tetris for Dekk to go to 826 and 841. Hana. And this is Das, people. Hana's playing Das. We haven't rolled yet. Or at least we haven't switched over yet. Tetris for Hana to go to 871. Monster score. And Hana was behind Dekk at the transition. Remember that. So it kind of shows you the 19 play that Hana's already started off with. Double with the L. Cannot get the Tetris yet. There's a whole right in the bottom right corner. And we'll just burn this away. Hana at 885, Dekk at 898. There are level 26 already for Dekk. Hana Tetris has got 5 lines left to go on 25. We could potentially see 26 max if the cards are played right for Hana. 9 lines left to go before we switch to 27. Here's one Tetris to go to 955. Can get 2 more before we switch over. Dekk is already on 27 at 922. Dekk going all in for a long bar. And you can see Hana, unfortunately, the board kind of spiraled out. And get ready. There we go. We're seeing Hana start to get ready. That grip switch taking place momentarily once Hana feels well enough to do it. And at the right moment, Dekk has maxed out AO4 with 3 lines left. Misdrops for Hana. It is grip switch time. Rolling. In effect. Dekk transition to 29 at A41. Could not get the square all the way to the left. We're going to top out at A42. Hana's board, a mess. What will Hana do? Needs A42, so we're going to need 29 play regardless. Here we go. The roll. And what a cleanup by Hana, too. We have the max out now. A43 Hana is what you need, but the long bar can't get left. That one did. Oh, man. That's a split double only. And Hana's not going to be able to chase it. A06, the final score, and Dekk smiling, knowing maybe they got away with that one. A42 at the end. There's a fist pump. So, whoa, I got it. Crazy game, indeed, Vance. What a start. Let them cook, they say. You're damn right we let them cook. And number 1 will go to Dekk. GG's. Literally, game 1, double max, indeed. I don't even think we see the max out at all tonight. And you got 2 right off the bat there. Can you believe? But then again, I could be wrong. I know I'm wrong. Cole got a max. Didn't Cole get a max? Yeah, Cole and Somalian were maxing out. Feels like ages ago. Feels like ages ago. Players have incremented the seed, so they know what to do. We're going to move this along. Game number 2 coming up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, let's do it. Gotta go hydrate a little bit there. Hello, Kingsman, says Lapis Lazuli. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you are enjoying tonight's festivities. We are in game number 2 of this pretty much double main event, honestly. This is a damn good matchup. And they just proved it in this game number 1. Double max out. Really nice grip switch from Hana. As Vance had pointed out, the misdrop earlier on in 26 for Hana is what killed them. And had they been able to get out of that a little sooner or just not had the misdrop at all, certainly could have made that an even closer game than what it already was. Or maybe even taking it outright, no problem. But Hana had the pace, man. Hana was crazy pace with it ass. Was looking at a potential max out on 26. And that's where it just kind of all fell apart. 19 for Hana, 165 for Dekk. Dekk had a over 600k transition in game number 1. Just was absolute beast mode. Beast mode is coming up shortly. Girl Wonder here. Hoping the king does not scream. Even though you're writing in caps, right? So if I were to read that, I'd have to scream. I am ready for some Boom! Tetris and Jeff. Action tonight. Let's go. What do I miss so far? Well, if you didn't see that crazy game number 1 from these two, it was tremendous. We've had some fun matches tonight. Opened the show with a sweep by Sunny in a PAL match over Akatu. So Euro's got things kicked off here, and then a fun match for the Twitch TV Championship. We had Poopyoldhag putting Anpu on the ropes 2-0 earlier. The Twitch TV champion looked like he was going to be defeated, but came back strong. Got a bit of a benefit of the doubt. There was a issue with same piece sequences. One of them, I think it was Poopy, did not enter the seed correctly. And we let it slide, we let it play, and that was kind of the turning point. And Anpu reverse swept to keep the title. So he is still your Twitch TV champion. We saw Vance and IanKeith take it to the house in game number 5. Tremendous Daz game. If you're like Daz, go back and watch that one. That was spectacular. Of course, you got your usual Marts match. So, I don't know if you're a Marts fan, then you weren't going to be disappointed. You get your typical Marts action. Hana with a very strange structure built here. I don't know what we're going to do. Nothing burning over that side. I don't know if Hana may be thinking about... I don't know if the time of me to grip switch now, but... We got some crazy burning going on. Cannot dash the square over to the left side. That's going to be it. Hana done at 266. That just did not work out in her favor. Trying to go left one. You can see just way too many holes. A big old shadow T in the center. That's never a good sight. Dekk at 354. You're going to be good for game number 2. And have the 2-0 advantage. Get set to game number 3. GG's. Dang, Poopy turned up tonight. I really picked up a wrong Friday night to come in. Got a Poopyoldhag fan? That's surprising. Never knew there was one. Hype caps. You're right. Of course, don't wonder. How could I attest to that? Players are ready to go. We got ourselves game number 3. It starts up at 3-2-1. Tetris. Hana looking to avoid the sweep. Not fall into the same trap as a few other players tonight. There was one other match I cannot remember now. And I don't know why I couldn't remember. It was a good match. Cole and Somalian did play earlier this evening. Again, the first few games, they were like 4 hours ago. And I feel like they were like 4 days ago. That's just how long of a night it's been. That's kind of how long of a night it has been. But it's worth it. It is worth it. Game number 3 happening here, and we are just moments away, depending on the outcome of this one, for 2 outstanding players to go toe-to-toe. Your main event coming up next. Jeffrey, Zefania, one-on-one. The first time in 4 years. They will go at it. They should be getting their warm-ups going. 140 for Hana through the first 28 lines. 67,000 for Dekk through the first 29. Not been the best of starts for Dekk. But the board is under control. It's managed. It's well kept. Dekk rolling, looking good. So I can't really have any complaints in that regard. Jeffrey is live. And he is warming up. Tetris for Hana to go to 235. Dekk at 188. And another one to go to 211. Omar's just flowing right now on Dekk's side, even though they are playing the same piece sequence. Just the timing of the bars for Dekk with the board state been perfect. 257 for Dekk, 285 for the little cutie Hana. I was talking about Hana before. And they've impressed me with the gauntlet play that I got to watch. And that kind of also helps too. Like when you start to get to know players and you may not be too familiar with them, you're not watching the streams or whatnot. But when you take up into events like that, like a gauntlet where you get to see people in action a little more closely, or as a teammate, right? From the perspective of a teammate, you need to spar with them. And I've known Hana for a very long time too. And I just felt that Hana took the game up significantly in 2023. I felt that they really did a great job getting better at their craft. And here you are now, a fiver for 2024. Hard work going recognized as it should. Yeah, I'd like to shout out our friends on TikTok. We're there over on TikTok too tonight. Sheesh. Can you imagine that? We're all over the place. We are worldwide now for all of you to watch. And again, we got ourselves a big time fight coming up next. Jeffrey is in the bullpen warming up. Nenu should be shortly. Score check 440 for Hana, 498 for Dekk. So welcome those of you watching on the TikTok. You're coming in at a good moment. We are watching some up and coming stars. You're watching Hana on the left, Dekk on the right. Daz versus Roll. That's the way it should be. Wonder is currently in Canada, but usually I watch from the Philippines, so yeah, totally international. You're in Canada, well, welcome. Welcome to North America. You're watching at a decent hour then. Although you'd probably be watching in the morning back home. Mabuhay to all your friends and family. Tetris per Dekk, we got 594. Hana at 540. Tetris for Hana to go to 564. S flat over on the right side, and then had to do another S after that because there was really no other placements. Good day, mate, from Australia over on Facebook. I'm in Chris Nordhoon. So nice of you to join us this evening as you're watching Dekk roll that. Oh, a dirty Tetris for Dekk. My God. That was powerful. And another long bar to get the score in. 664 for Dekk. Why not? Let's do it again. Another Tetris. And Hana starting to catch up at 608. Hana is behind in the line count by about 9. So we saw that before in game number 1 where Hana was behind in lines. A little bit of a misdrop of the long bar. That is the worst feeling. And Hana. God, wow, what a quick tap from Hana. With the bar to the left, man. That'll be a split double. We're burning this down. Hana staying alive. Excellent dash control. Recovering nicely after the misdrop. set up the J dependency. It works with the J to fill. We are Lombard waiting. We are Tetris ready. No bar coming, so we'll just have to take the burns and keep the well open. There's the bar. Bang! Tetris. 658 now for Hana, but falling far behind. A Dekk exploding with points now at 849 on level 25. Hana going to have to up the aggression and try as best they can to be efficient with the scores. There's a bar. There's a Tetris 719 to 880. Dekk in control. A delayed burn setup for Dekk. Bar gonna help tremendously over on that right side. Kinda Hana's chance to start making something cook. The timing of the bar just not gonna work out. This bar is good. Tetris in. Dekk will get a triple only, but the right side is open. Again, closed well. 789 to 899. Tetris here for Hana to start making this a little interesting. Dekk, a messy situation, but the rolls are so good. Bangarang! Tetris to open it up. Hana starting to get into position for grip switch time. Dekk 947. Tetris to go to 982. We are a Tetris away from the max out. And there it is, a max out. 1,000,000 points for Dekk. Rolling on 29 play. Hana's board, a mess and a half at 840. Has 10 lines, the hangarang, the grip switch, too late. And that will just about seal it for Hana. Not gonna go any further. Dekk solidifies a victory. 2 max outs out of 3 games for Dekk. Got him. Dekk will seal the deal and take the game of the match. GG's. Excellent couple of games there. Hana will tell you game number 2 was a dud with the early top out, but game 1 and 3, absolutely spicy AF. And we'll go over to the winner's scene so you can see Dekk in the dark giving you the heart. I'll let you know that they love you all. And I don't know why that messed up, but sure. Let's fix the bottom third. And congratulate your winner in this Fave 5 Collide. It was Dekk. GG's there. Hope to see more of you, Dekk, on the Friday nights or even the Monday nights. You're becoming a very popular player in the Friendlies universe. We want to see you. And, of course, we want to hear SpongeBob tunes. Right, everybody loves the SpongeBob, including Dekk. So congratulations and GG's to you. Well, we made it. 6 matches down, 1 to go. We made it through the night. So if you've been hanging out with the King on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Now TikTok. Facebook definitely been out there tonight. All the major platforms. Main event time. Everybody's been waiting. They've been calling and chanting the name Jeffrey, Jeffrey, Jeffrey. At home, they've been chanting his name too, but it sounds more like Jeffrey! Boom! Touches the Jev in action. The opponent, player he faced 4 years ago, back in May. It's Nenu. Dassin. Can you believe it? I sure can. Our final commercial break of the evening here on Twitch. If you're on any of the platforms, just sit tight. You get the pre-roll. The King cooking. Let's go. All right, so we should be back from commercial break. So let's talk about a couple of things before we get our main event going. Let's just go back a little bit. There's our first thing that we're going to talk about. It is Pasadena, California, baby. The CTWC 2024 World Championship is taking place in June at Pasadena, California. SoCal Gaming Expo, Southern California. That's what it stands for. I'm excited. All the greats are going to be there. You can see legends such as Harry Hong will be in the house, and champions like Eric, ICX, Fractal, and Dog will be at the event. Can't wait to see what they're going to do and what they look to accomplish, as maybe one of them would like to add another trophy to their case. So I'm very excited for that. But what is coming up next week, we're going to just let you know, Friendlies will be preempted next Friday. We will not have a Friday night fights. We will be going next week straight into this event, Genesis. It's a big deal, baby. CTWC at Genesis. It's the first time ever over in San Jose, California, man. You can still register. Do ! Genesis in the Twitch chat. You get to see Alex Tay, Blue Scooty, Fractal, Miles. They'll all be there along with a star-studded cast of people like Vince Clemente, even that Christopher Bidwell will be there. And Sharky's going to be there too, if you can believe it. He'll be there looking to compete and I'm sure commentate some of the hype matches, so I'm very excited for that. It is Genesis. And you can see our tentative schedule continues here in the world of classic Tetris. Genesis is there, and then up after that in March will be the Game On Expo, Phoenix, Arizona. That's been moved up from where it usually was in the past. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen out over there. And you got Rumble the Prairie going on as well the same weekend in Champaign, Illinois. Watch the Gaming Expo at the end of the month in March. That will be a fun one. It's our first time going out to that location in Seattle, Washington. Got Midwest Gaming Classic too. Then you got some regionals happening out in the world. Vienna actually has been announced. You can see at the bottom. That'll be happening in March as well. So that is currently going on for qualifying too. A lot of great stuff. So make sure you stick with us and the Classic Tetris World Championship Discord for more information. So now we move on to our last bit of business, because this is the match you've all been waiting for. It is the main event coming up. Players are warmed up and ready to go. It is, boom, Tetris Pajev clashing with Nenu. First time they have met in 4 years. Was the last time they faced off on a Friendlies. Jev victorious 3-1 over Nenu. But this time things are different. It is a DAS clash. Nenu, a full-time dasser. Jev looking to maybe set records tonight. Can we see a 1.3 happen this evening? I can't wait. But what you can also expect to see, folks, is this Monday. We announced it earlier. Burb had it on his show on the Monday Night Mayhem. But for those of you that want to check it out, you know, Valentine's is coming up next week, and we got ourselves a special Valentine's edition of the Monday Night Mayhem, and it will be a big time fight going on over there. It is our annual Reed versus Anna Valentine's Challenge. That'll be happening on the Monday Night Mayhem. That'll be our featured bout. Reed and Anna have a long storied rivalry going on, and they're going to take it even further. The winner of the match apparently is going to receive a pizza yet again from the loser, but this time the stipulation is that it's not just going to be a heart-shaped pizza, but it's going to be a heart-shaped pizza with a broken heart. So meaning like a slice cut out or something like that. I don't know. It's some crazy wacky thing that they do every year because they're funny and they're great. So watch for that match happening this coming Monday. The Valentine's Day Challenge. Who knows? There might be other shenanigans that go on with that. I don't know. All I know is I want to see it because it's fun. And it's going to be great. And maybe we'll get them to call live while we're watching. Call on the phone live. Call Domino's. Call Pizza Hut. They're not sponsors here, but they'll probably do it. Who cares? I want to watch it.
Looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
You heard Mark Henry just tell you it is now time for your Friday Night Fights main event of the evening. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, getting checked out if he's got lice. But he's really nice, don't worry about that. He is one of the most handsomest men in all of classic Tetris. He's a living legend. He's a silver CTWC Final Four member of 2023. But most notably, he was the 2016 Classic Tetris World Championship finalist. He is the household name, and he is the man that helped build the Friendlies brand. This is the house he built. He is the king of the Tetris Friendlies. Boom! Tetris Switchev. And on the right, ready for a fight, returning to competitive Tetris after quite a nice little break. An outstanding player from the online era. Revolutionized the way stacking needed to be done in classic Tetris. And has now said, I'm a DAS player. And I'll 1.3 on your ass any day. It is a multi-time CTM champion. 3-time CTL champion. Finalist. Semi-finalist of the 2020 CTWC and a top 8 finalist of CTWC 2021. It is the enigmatic Nenu! What a match! The main event for tonight's Friday night. Players, if you would like to use the same piece sequences, then let me know. I'm going to fix Jeffrey's stencil a bit. His stencil is kind of messy. There you go, Jeffrey. I fixed it up for you. You're welcome. Well, close enough. We'll fix it in as the game goes. All right. There we go. It's going to be fun, as always. Yes, and Nenu certainly letting you know. Yes, players, if you would like to play with the same piece sequence, we can go ahead and do that. I don't see why they wouldn't. Jeffrey with the hello, Nenu. I will put the seed in, players. If you would like to use it, then go right ahead. I'm sure we would play that way. It is A3, like Apple 3. E6 for eSport. E9 for eSport 9. Farhan is DAS 2. Farhan, I had asked you earlier, are you the friend that Nenu went to the house to go and play back at CTWC 2020 when the power went out? I wanted to know. I asked that question. I wanted to know. I needed to know. I must know. Are you that guy, Nenu? Farhan, did you save Nenu and have Nenu come over the house? That's what I wanted to know. Wait, who? Farhan says that you are friends. Me, Farhan. I wanted to know, Nenu, is Farhan the house that you went to when the power went out in 2020? Did you go to Farhan's house to play? I wanted to know if Farhan was the one who rescued Nenu. I wanted to know. I needed to know. There you go. Okay, confirmed. It was not Farhan. Han is not Kemal. Alright, Kemal, whoever you are, is another Tetris player. Alright, Kemal. We love you for saving Nenu. Tremendous. You got it there, folks. Alright, I'm just going to double check that same piece sequences are being utilized. Kemal the GOAT, indeed. A3, E6, E9 for Jeffrey. A3, E6, E9 for Nenu. So, Nenu, when you are ready to go, you know what to do. Just switch on to the screen and then give us the ready, or the ready the chat, or the Hobbit 3, whatever you like, Nenu. You have carte blanche here. Nenu is ready to go. Jeffrey is ready to go. It's time. The Friday Night Fight main event. Jeff and Nenu, the rematch from 4 years ago in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Let's go. A Z and the L open us up. And we are underway for this humongous main event. We have not seen these two face off, at least one another, in 4 years. That is tremendous. Waterlight's been waiting all night for this. Has a paper due at midnight Central U.S. time. It is currently 9:51 Central, 10:51 here on the East Coast. Katie Bug in the house. Who do I root for? Can I root for a tie? Potentially could. Right now, Jeff, 94,000. Nenu at 55,000. There's board state. Something to watch for here. Gets the long bar over. L for the burn. L for a double. Nice adjustment of the T piece to allow for the S to have a home. Oh, what a setup for a T-tuck. My God. How did Nenu see that? Sheesh, what a burn. What a tremendous move by Nenu. A lot of people wouldn't even maybe see that or even think that that was a move to do, especially at that height. That was very risky-bisky. Double for Nenu with the L. Jeffrey now in a little bit of a situational dig here. He will get the L for the triple. Both players having to weather the storm early of this rough go. Jeff laughing and he's smiling. Daddy! Tetris on the left side for Jeff at 162. Nenu at 141 and is clean. And another row 1 Tetris for Jeff to go to 185. So again, both players weathering the storm early on. Beautiful adjustment for Nenu for the J to come in after the T placement. And the long bar to score. 1 for Jeffrey as well. And Jeff will set up some more tucks of his own, not to be outdone by the world-class Nenu. You see the lovely Crafty Kim and the wonderful little Emma hanging out, watching Dad get it done. Evan is probably building Legos. Oh, Jeff! A little bit of a scare there for a second. Kind of brought back the L piece. And could have lost dash there, but he was able to maintain it just in time to get the Tetris. But I don't know if it was worth it now because he is in a situation that square is messed up. Oh, man. He's still alive at the moment. But this is trouble, man. What could Jeffrey do? He's still alive. A T for the burn. Can he guess the S? Yes, Jeff. Oh, he's still alive. Oh my word. It looked like he was gonna give up, but no, he's stuck with it. He's still alive. These bars are coming at the perfect time. Jeff earns a split triple. He's laughing. He can't believe it. He's laughing. He's like, how did I even survive this? This is nuts. Jeff at 277. Nenu, the cleaner board, at 308. Single for Jeff. And a dirty Tetris for Jeffrey. Oh, my word. And another Tetris over there. Oh, my God, Jeff. How did you do it? How did he do it, folks? A magician he is. This is incredible. Jeff is a mad lad, says Pulsar over on YouTube. Armanazam Abraman. Nenu is from where? Nenu is from Indonesia. Representing that beautiful country proudly right now. 424 for Nenu with a spin tuck of the T. What a fancy move, man. Jeez. Jeff with a clean board again at 377. We are getting close to transition. Nenu with the advantage, clearly, with the score. But you know what Jeffrey can do on the 19 speeds, man. And Kim has confirmed many times over and over that Jeff practices. It's not like he doesn't play for weeks at a time. He plays pretty much every day. Training his mind, his body. He has transitioned at 4:15. Nenu getting close to transition as well. You know, Jeff is going to be ahead in the line count pretty much throughout the majority of this match because of the pushdowns that he does. .505 for Nenu, 424 for Jeffrey. He'll slam a Tetris to go to 450. We're on level 20. Nenu is on 19. Nenu will join in one more burn. He'll take the safety double and then look to start rebuilding again. Lumbar engaged. Tetris for Nenu to go to 536. Jeffrey on level 21 gets the bar all the way over to the left side. Z piece not really conducive to his board state. He'll take it for now. And he'll take a triple and want to fool around, even though the bar, he had 2 bars coming. He didn't want to mess up. Still early enough in this transition that Jeff can take his time and bide for what he wants. Gets the square all the way to the left side and the J as well. Nenu, calm and cool. Bang! Tetris for Jeff to go to 525. Nenu at 597. So Nenu training earlier last week. Get himself back into game shape. Dancing his way to everybody's hearts. Jeff, take a burn here, and he'll take a safety double. And the bar, bang! Another Tetris, 591 for Jeff, 661 for Nenu. Nenu on level 23 again, still has all the advantage. Oh man, what a move by Nenu! Oh wow, kind of a vault of the S over into a tucking situation for the Z right after. That is marvelous move. My God, how does he do it? It's the little things that you see. Adjustments by Nenu, godlike at times. Jeff will take a safety double, a long bar into the Tetris. 721 for Jeff, 741 for Nenu. This one is getting close, and it is getting tight. You know what that means? We're getting to a neck alert situation, and that man on the left has one of the best necks of all time. He's trying to save Burns, but he has to take the triple. The bar, and then the T-skim to set up to be Tetris ready. Bang! Another one, even though he's got an overhang of a Z-piece. 767 to 809, and Nenu kind of building up a dirty situation of his own. He'll take the safety triple, and then the J to burn a double. Jeff, level 28, he's run out of time. He needs to capitalize. He gets one Tetris. He needs to set up for another one. He is behind Nenu at 856. There's a triple only for Jeff. He can only set up for one more, and he is Tetris ready. It won't be enough, though. And he got it over! 850 for Jeff, a tremendous score. But Nenu holds out long enough. A Tetris. Oh, I thought he was going to score one down the middle. He'll do it. Maybe he's trying to set up for two. He had the opportunity to get twice over. And there it goes now. He'll get the Tetris. 9:37 for Nenu. Starts us off hot for game number one. We didn't disappoint. GG's. Unbelievable. First game right there. That was sensational. All right, players, so you may increment your seed. You know what to do. Just increment that first two characters like we normally would. Shouting out the shark. You know Shark is watching. It's a DAS fight. You know Shark is watching. Sharky wouldn't miss a beat for any match like that. We do increment, yes. And Nenu has done so. So we're going to go ahead and get this one going. Increment the first two. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris King will quickly double check, make sure we are set B4. And you do not have the same piece sequence. The players could top out, please, if we could top out. We do not have the same piece sequence. So players, if we could top out, it is not SPS. We have a incorrect seed here. So not anyone's fault. It was the first two, Nenu. Yeah, the first two. So it should be B4. So Jeffrey, if you go to C5, let me type that in the chat. Be C5, Jeffrey. We'll go to C5. So yeah, apologies, did not give Nenu the information in time. It is the first to increment. Yes, so it is no, it's not your fault. Did not relay the information. So C5, E6, E9. I'll just double check players. C5, E6, E9. C5, E6, E9. We are good. Players are confirmed to be ready to go. Nenu has the advantage. It is 1-0. We will go to game number 2 now in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Douglas DG over on YouTube. Hello, man. Tebanoku in the house with a pop emo. John Diaz also here over on YouTube. Level 29 is locura. ¿No es cierto? John Diaz. Alfredo Smith over on YouTube said, kaboom! Tetris. Mario also boom Tetris with Jeff. Yeah. YouTube is woken up now. They got their fill. Because they want their Jeffrey, and they're getting their Nenu. The main event tonight. Game number 1, outstanding. Some incredible digs, including the dig from Jeffrey, where it looked like he was finished. It looked like he was just going to give up and top out. No. He's like, bruh, I got this. And Jeffrey playing a little aggressive, too, not going to lie. Some level of aggression going on here. 94,000 for Jeff, 95,000 for Nenu. Jeff also got another touch to go to 117, so early advantage for him. We talked about Nenu a little bit here. As mentioned in the chat, his buddy Kemal came through in 2020 to rescue Nenu and get set up to finish the championship matches that he was involved in at CTWC Online in 2020. But the connection between Jeff and Nenu runs even further than that, because along with our friend Katybug here in the chat, got to help Nenu be able to play in the World Championship, because Jeff, Kim, and Katie able to send Nenu equipment and hardware to be able to compete in the World Championship. And that is never forgotten. That is never forgotten. That is always going to be in the annals of Tetris history, because Nenu had a tremendous run, only losing to Pixel Andy in the semi-final of that. And truth be told is that you never know. Like, if the situation that happened at the time, Nenu's power went out during the break that he had after winning his top 8 match. And he had to sit around waiting for the other matches to go, and the next thing you know, power went out, and it's like, I'm not sure if I can be able to play. And sure enough, Nenu was able to find a way to make that happen. But it all really starts with Jeff and Kim and Katie making it possible for Nenu to play. And who knows? Things could have been a lot different if the power didn't go out. Maybe it would have been Nenu versus Dog in the final. Who knows what could have happened? History is funny that way. Pollo Salazar is here. Loving this matchup. What a dig. Definition of when you think it's over, even Jeff gave up. Indeed. Late sleepers. This is the reason why I got back into the app Tetris. Yeah, any version of Tetris is okay by me. 31 for Jeff to go to 371. Nenu at 285. Only a 5-line separation, so it's not that large of a line difference between the two. It's just a matter of Jeffrey being efficient. Jeffrey has been slamming scores here and there. It's been on a tear. Nenu keeping up though. Tetris loves Pollo. Well, we already know that. Pollo saying something there that I can't repeat on this channel, but I'll be more than glad to repeat when I see Pollo at CTWC. Tetris in for Nenu at 376, 443 for Jeffrey. 444. Look at those fours there. Nice to see that. And Tetris in for him. He'll go to 467. Nenu at 399. It is about a 6-line difference. So in the later stages, when we get to the 19 plus play, that certainly will make a difference because of the faster speeds and the way that they are played. Nenu getting up a little bit high. Going to take a safety double with the J piece and burn away. Sets up. Oh, what an adjustment by Nenu. Is going to set up a delayed burn with the T piece and saw the lumbar coming. And what a move. What an adjustment. The rotation the last second is why Nenu's a world-class athlete. Fargon's. Yo, Nenu's back. Indeed. The first Noel must-see TV right here. I mean, where else would you want to be on a Friday night? The overhang for the square tuck gets us closing in. A Tetris for Nenu will go to 479 to 503. We're off and running. Jeffrey's already on level 20 at 581. Jeff looking to tie it up. Nenu looking to go 2 up. No rolling here, indeed. This is all DAS, baby. Old school way to play. Jeff kind of going aggressive. He cannot open up the center well that he wants. Jeff at 594. Nenu at 585. Jeff, oh man, got that lumbar nicely over to the left side. It's so difficult. Spicy situation for Jeff. He needed a J to burn. You can see on his face this time it looks like maybe he's going to start giving up a little bit. Not much you can do when you don't get the right pieces, and he's way too high. And that'll do it for Jeff. Got way too aggressive trying to go for a center well. And it comes back to bite him. Nenu at 624 has enough of the score and will take game number 2. GG's. Very good game again. Just a little aggression there on Jeffrey's part. He wanted to try to maybe keep the distance between him and Nenu larger. He knows that Nenu is just so good on these 19 speeds. So players, make sure your increment, it will be D6. Let me do the seed here. D6, E6, E9. So D6, E6, E9. Just make sure the players have that confirmed. I will just double check real quick. They are ready to go. D6, E6, E9. D6, E6, E9 is good to go. Players, let's do it. We got game number 3 coming on. Jeff looking to stay alive. Nenu looking to wrap it up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Thompson looking for the big sweep for Nenu. John Diaz throwing up a blue smiling face in YouTube. Thank you. And Jeffrey, if you could check your capture card. I think Kim is going to go check on that. Kim, if you could check the capture card for Jeffrey. Seems that it's not going. Yep, Kim is always on it. So Jeff, you continue playing. Nenu could continue playing. And there we go. And honestly, I wish I didn't see it. This board is a mess. It is not a good square. And yeah, that didn't. That didn't go so well. Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff. I would say surely a redo, right? I mean, not gonna lie, that was kind of distracting. I would say let's redo that one. Jeffrey, we're gonna redo Nenu, if you could top up, we're gonna redo because Jeff's capture card kind of pooped the bed and Kim was fumbling around over there, so I can imagine he was distracted. We will redo. We will do that one. That was clearly a mess and a half going on there. All right, so players, we're gonna redo this one. We'll go to E7, I believe it is. Yes, E7, E6, E9. It's all E's. Wow. All E's. Jeez. Yeah, Kim taking the fall for that one, but you know, listen, I blame Jeff. Not gonna lie. Jeffrey has no clue how technology works, so we're gonna. I'm actually surprised that Jeff even knows how to do SPS. Like Kim has to shout out to him and say, "Jeffrey, press the up button." Like literally, like see, there you go. Like Emma's gotta come over and say, "Daddy, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to press the up button, not the down button." Oh, Jeff, listen to the kids, man. They know exactly how it goes. Daddy, can you like stop losing, please? Here we go. We've got game number 3 redo in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Let's redo that one. There you go. Emma giving coaching advice to Dad. And I quote Kim was just DMing me, just told me Kim told Jeff to stop sucking. So there you go. And look at all this. First 6 pieces were all white pieces. It's crazy. Almost looked like there's like some kind of technical glitch practically with all that color palette that was happening there. I was like to see some. Oh, what an adjustment from Nenu! Holy Christ! what an adjust! My God! It's such a treat to watch Nenu play, man. Nenu, you gotta play more friendlies, brother. We gotta get you more people to play over here because this is such a delight to watch the incredible stacking of this young man. I mean, we're not worthy to really see exactly what he does. This is incredible. Jeff off to a much better start this time. 142 without the distraction of capture card. 59,000 for Nenu. How much I was praising Nenu for the tremendous maneuvers that are being made. This is not working into his favor as far as the placements are concerned. This L is going to burn a nice triple, and then there you go. We're getting close to opening this up. So Nenu has everything under control. There's nothing to worry about. Nenu knows exactly what he's doing. King, you just shut up. Tetris with Jeff. He'll go to 219. 96,000 for Nenu. Has not cracked the 100K marker. It's just been a rough go at the start for Nenu. ¿Cómo se hace para competir? Dice John Díaz. Hola, amigo. Amigo John. Si tú quieres jugar con nosotros, puedes entrar aquí en mi server de Discord. Se llama Tetris Friendlies. Anda por ahí, tinyurl.com/Tetris Friendlies. Y vete a leer donde dice About para meterse si quiere jugar. Entonces el mismo problema con los leyendas como Jeff y Nenu. ¡Vamos! Multilingual King giving you all the good stuff there. Kind Man. Sharky said, did Kind leak the new best of 99? No, we've not leaked anything. They've not leaked anything, sir. Nothing's been leaked at all. I mean, would you want to watch Jeff and Nenu go 99 times? Hell yeah, I would love to watch this as a best of 99. Sheesh. The two of them going at it all summer long. My word. That'd be crazy. But right now, we're enjoying this matchup. 4 years in the making. Jeff defeated Nenu 3-1 back in the day. In fact, I gotta go take a look at the history here. Into the exact date of when that happened. Give you the date of Pixel Andy ending the Jeff streak on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Jeffrey defeated Nenu February 28th, 2020. Nearly 4 years to the day. Was their first and only encounter. So here we are, 4 years later. Nenu looking to get the receipt on Jeff. 466 for Jeff, 405 for Nenu. Nenu's going to be back by about 13 lines. That is certainly beneficial for Nenu. Double with the S. And another double with the S for safety purposes. And then using the L. This is just kind of a tough seed with the bars. Jeff at 517, Nenu at 416. The bar timing for Nenu. It's just been difficult. Had the rough beginning there, but has made a good comeback. Let's take a look at the bar count. Jeffrey has 43 bars at this juncture of the game as he barely got that lumbar over to the left side, but he's making it. Oh, he could have used the L piece to open up, and he had the bar coming, but he'll get it now anyway. Tetris in, 556 for Jeffrey, 464 for Nenu. Has not transitioned yet. Closing in on the Nenu will just look to burn in probably at this point. And there we go. We're off and running. 468 for Nenu, 558 for Jeff. Jeff needs this one to keep the match going. Nenu looking to get the receipt 4 years later and beat Jeff at his own game. Pooh was asking if Nenu was tapping. No, Nenu is no longer tapping, as said retired from tapping. His DAS player now. And what a way to come back and beat Jeff with his own play style. My word. There we go. 658 now for Jeff. Cannot get that S all the way to the left. You can see his face. Yeah. Not happy that that did not work. He's only going to get a burn out of the long bar there. But to get this lumbar, and wisely just throws the other one over to the right side to start creating burn chambers and allow him to steadily try to take this down. Early shift of the L, but actually that might have worked because that ended up burning a triple instead of the split double he was looking for. Jeff at 670, still trying to maintain and keep this under control. Nenu at 548, but he is so far behind in the line count. He is 19 lines behind Jeff. So Jeff has to really pump the gas now. Nenu about 100,000 points behind. Jeff has to take this to 29 play and score as efficient as possible to try to keep this match going. A little bit of a complication for Jeff. He will burn it down. Gets the L all the way over. You know how to really handle that square, but a double with the T piece works out. Oh man, too much of a dash load for the Z piece. The most important thing is that Jeff is still staying alive. Nenu cannot open up the right side yet. We're on 25 for Nenu. Cannot vault the J. That could be a problem. A long bar in for Nenu. Jeff is going to top at 733. This is Nenu's chance. But that hang before is dangerous. Nenu is getting a piece over to the left side, but we're way too high for Das. And that'll be it, Jeffrey. 733, gonna get one back. Capture card error works in his favor. He's on the board. He'll not get swept, and it is now 2-1. GG's. The double flip did Nenu in indeed. Yeah, the J. Nenu wanted the vault of the J. That vault would have been perfect to help the board out and get it set for Tetris readiness, but that hang is killer, and that is so difficult at that speed with Das to make that maneuver work. But kudos for Nenu to try it. The Light Sleeper says, this is interesting since it is 11:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. Yes. But for Nenu, it's like 11:30 a.m. and for Jeffrey, it is 8:30 for him. So players are more than capable of handling it. And we're going to go to a game 4. Players should have the same seeds in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So like 3 best of 3s. Girl Wonder. They are playing a best of 5. First to 3 will be the winner. Nenu is up 2-1. So Nenu needs 1 more win. Jeffrey will need 2. Girl Wonder was asking for, can we do best of 3 sets? Like in tennis? My word. Late night brain. See, I can say that you have the late night brain now because you're in Canada at the moment. And I'm assuming it's probably the eastern part of Canada. Whatever you do, girl wonder, if you're near the Montreal area, don't go visit Marts. That would just be a bad idea. Oh, Mademoiselle girl wonder, I want to know if you want to come visit Marty. We can have a party, and we can play Tetris all night long. Judy, Judy, get the poutine ready. We're gonna have a party. You're not a fan of Quebec. Well, that makes two of us. And the Nordiques, too. The Nordiques were definitely not a fan of Quebec either. That's why they left. But you are a fan of poutine. Well, then I guess you can go visit Marty. We got a Martiste in the chat. I understood that. Mademoiselle. Look at the Indeed, Jack Ciron. One more engaged. Tetris for Nenu. We go to 148. Jeff at 194. Line count marginal. As far as the difference goes, they are both hitting Tetrises at different points of this one, and that allows for a anywhere between a 7 to 3 differential in the line counts. Jeffrey will get the long bar in just in time. He's getting a little oddball parody situation there, but he has fixed it up. He will build the left a little bit, but take a safety triple. Can't blame him. He knows. Can't make a mistake. I want to try to get this to a decider. Martiste would love an omelette au fromage. S'il vous plaît. Who doesn't want that? Rwanda's excited, would love to see a decider here, regardless of the winner overall. Jeffrey, 296. Nenu, 297. 71 to 72 lines. You know what that means? It means we got ourselves a neck situation. We have a neck alert out. Jeffrey's neck is on the left. Alex Guitarro Kerr on the right, being portrayed by Nenu. Nenu has a fine neck as well. And doing a little screen checking to see how Jeffrey is doing. 348 now for Jeff. 342 for Nenu. This is like the classic Tetris version of a treat. I'm all about giving treats to you fans here, and this is certainly a treat. So again, I'd like to always thank the players for participating, because that is first and foremost the biggest thing. Jeff looking for the Z-spin, hit it, and then he went aggro with the long bar. Ooh, Jeffrey's looking at something over there. Jeffrey getting distracted. Don't get distracted, Jeff. You're playing one of the best players in Classic Tetris ever. Kim, do your due diligence. Let that man cook. The man is cooking. He's nearby the kitchen. He's cooking here on the stream. 463 for Jeff. 440 for Nenu. Nenu, what a spin of the L. And look for maybe the S spin. Did not hit it if that was the intention. Nenu. Jeff will open up the right side lumbar engage. A Tetris for him. We'll go to 510, 117 lines. Nenu got some cleanup to do with a dirty situation. But we'll take the safety double with the L and then adjust the J. Was thinking about a lumbar flat, but that wasn't going to work in that area. Adjustments galore for Nenu. Lumbar flat. There you go. And then interestingly went for the setup here. A spin of a J. Look at this. Oh my God, Nenu. Oh my God, the IQ level is off the charts. WTF, says Boyo. Yo, imagine thinking something like that, Boyo. Imagine. That was calculated play from Nenu. Calculated. My God. It's insane to see what this man can do. And this is with Das, of all things. Tetris for Nenu to transition at 504. Jeffrey's at 594. The war continues. Jeff looking to get us to the decider. Nenu look to close it out and get that win back that Jeff took from him in 2020, nearly 4 years ago. February 28th, 2020 was their first and only encounter in the Friendlies universe. Nenu, some trouble here. Does get the J on a fault of the S, but this is problematic. Oh, the T doesn't go where Nenu wants it to go. And that will do it. Nenu is finished at 5:18. Boom! Tetris for Jeff says game 4 is no more. Just like that, we'll get a decider to settle the night. GG's. Nenu just giving you all what you want. Hey, no, you want a decider? I'll give Jeffrey the benefit of the doubt. You can have a decider. F8, E6, E9 will be our final seed of the night. Have to choose the outcome of this last prediction. And why not? Let's get a final prediction here. We didn't do it at the beginning, so I might as well do it at the end for all of you watching on the Twitch side of things. You got 1 minute to predict who you want to win. Would it be Jeffrey? Or would it be Nenu? Showtime, baby, says the CEO Classic Vamp Chain. Then it says, I think F8 was the last game. Let me double check. You might be right. Let me just double check that. My apologies if that's the case, because maybe I didn't pin the last one. F8. Yeah, you're right. So it is Jeffrey. It's 09. It'll be 09, Jeffrey. If you can increment to 09, Jeff. Thank you. Yeah, then it was correct. It is 09 E6 E9 09 E6 E9. Yes. I will repin that one for those that would like to play E9. Oh, sorry, 09 E6 E9. It's a pretty damn good seed if you ask me. Not gonna lie. That's a pretty damn good seed. The players are ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? It doesn't matter if you're ready, because in 3, 2, 1, Tetris, we'll get a fantastic finale underway. Double J's and the long bar. Not double J's. The J and a long bar to start. That's the correct way. Double J's is wrong because I don't know how to read. What a night this has been. What a tremendous return for Nenu. All of you getting a chance to see these greats in action again. I'd like to thank both players for allowing me to schedule this and be able to present this to all of you on the Classic Tetris channel. They are legends of the game. Jeff igniting or helping to ignite the next round of players that were coming in to watch and involved in 2016. The Boom Chess for Jeff meme. Many of the players today that are famous attribute that moment to him. He's also one of the founding fathers of the Tetris Friendlies. The Monday Night Mayhems and the Friday Night Fights do not exist without a Jeffrey or a Matt Barton. Those guys were instrumental in making this what it is today. And of course, shout outs to Nenu for agreeing to come and play, because that's great. But we could watch these two play a best of 99. This Pumpy was also rooting for a game 7. There you go, Pumpy. Try to maybe incite something here. Would you like to see a best of 99 between these two? I mean, why not? It would be amazing. But who knows? King, what do you got cooking for this summer's best of 99 series? Jeffrey, 2-time best of 99 champion. Looking to return. He said he'd be back. But who will be his opponent? Who knows? 290 for Jeff, 215 for Nenu. Jeff is ahead by about 4 lines. Double for Jeff. And another double with a T to open up the right to get the score in. They go to 320. Nenu at 221, down about 100,000 points. Well, the thing about Nenu is, never count him out. Adjustment of the T-piece last second. Certainly stirs the pot right there. L for the burn. Got a S-spin opportunity or a J-tuck. We'll see which one Nenu goes with. Will be the S-spin, because the J came one piece too late. What an... Oh my god, the adjustment. Girl Wonder had said, it's such a treat to watch this. It is absolutely, well said, a treat, because to see the maneuvers Nenu has really done tonight is tremendous. $377 to $278. Tetris for Jeff to go to 400K is starting to increase the lead, but also the line count is starting to distance himself between the two as Jeffrey is pushing down. He's getting that rhythm. He's getting that flow into him. And that's exactly how he plays. Moves to the beat of his own drum. Longbar coming in. There's a Tetris. They go to 427. Akibar set up for Jeff. He's feeling it right now. Another one. He's looking for 500K easy transition. Nenu gonna try to be looking for the same thing, but just has to try to stave off the burns as much as possible. Couple of long bars here for good scores. Nenu, 18 lines left to go at 375. Certainly can hit a 500K. Jeff at 476 with 121 lines in. He'll slam this Tetris to go to 498. He can get 2 Tetrises in if he doesn't burn, but he'll have to go for the burn option. Nothing else you can do. Probably the kindest of pieces coming in for Jeff. No bars, so he'll have to take the triple in. This sequence of pieces, brutal for Jeffrey right now. We'll see how Nenu handles it, because Nenu is ahead, is behind in the line count. Also mean that he'll be behind in the piece sequence. Nenu will burn in as well. 449 for Nenu, 530 for Jeff. Here we go. The decider in level 29. Level 19. It tells you how the king is getting tired. 454 for Nenu, 557 for Jeffrey. He'll slam a Tetris to go to 584. Focus up. It's time. Eyes wide open. Lock it in. Which one will come out on top? Jeff taking some safety burns. 617 for him on level 22. 508 for Nenu on 21. Clean board. Tetris for Nenu to go to 543. Jeff at 673. It is about 11 line difference in favor of Nenu. As long as Nenu can get these big scores in and Jeffrey having some digs to go through, has to throw that square all the way over to that left side and create a hole. He had really no choice. There's nowhere else really to put it. Jeff wants, there we go. There's the L Jeff wanted. Adjustments being made. He will get the right side open and he will be Tetris ready. Jeff waiting on a bar. Nenu, a little bit of a clean. There's a Tetris for Jeff. He'll go to 726. Level 25. Nenu on 24 at 619. Nenu will have to really start pushing it now. Jeff. So one thing he's got to be careful. Oh, man. Oh, what a dirty triple for Jeff. That was huge. Long bar flat. Oh, yes, Jeff. There we go. And the bar gets over to the left side. 744 for Jeff. He's still alive. Nenu at 659 can still catch. Nenu waiting patiently on the bar. Oh, what a burn from Nenu. My God. As Crumpton said earlier, Nenu inventing new moves. It's a Tetris for Nenu. This is getting spicy now. The crowd is going crazy. We're going wild. It's awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. 739 for Nenu. 801 for Jeff. Jeff is coming here to the end. It is 6 lines left to go. He'll take a safety triple. He wants a bar, but there's no bars. 8, 10, 8, 11. You need every point you need, Jeff. Get one more burn. He'll burn in at 29 on 814. Nenu's at 812. Nenu. 813. Just needs like a burn and a half. The double. If we could get... Nenu's holding out. Nenu's holding out. Nenu held out too long. Oh, no, Nenu. Nenu just needed a burn, it looked like. There's a hole in the stack, but there was an opportunity for the burn. Nenu was going for the Tetris. It was too tight. And that's all she wrote. Boom! Tetris for Jeff. Survives game number 5. To take the game of the match. GG's. Oh my word. What an ending there. Oh my God. 600 points was the difference. And not any fault to Nenu. You build knowing that it's close, it's tight. What do you do? The game is so close. It's so difficult to say what to do at that moment. And the Twitch delay doesn't help. Because you're like, well, what if he got a Tetris? I got no more room. There's nothing you can do. Well, Nenu, a true sportsman that, knew there was a drought. My bad for holding the long bar. That's a true sportsman right there. And there is our sportsman right here. We've got happiness at the home of the king of friendlies. Boom! Tetris for Jeff has done it. He pulls it out. Big time win over Nenu. He has now beaten Nenu when Nenu was a tapper. And he has now defeated him as a dasser. Jeff 2-0 lifetime against one of the greatest players in the modern era. The legends never die. And that man continues to thrive here in the Friendlies universe. When we compare wrestling to Friendlies, the John Cenas of the world, well, that's the John Cena for us right there. Hustle, loyalty, respect. That's the man, baby. Congratulations to a former Twitch TV champion. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Could we see Jeffrey look to take the purple belt back again someday? Time will tell. GG's. Wow. What a way to end this episode. Tremendous job. Never disappoint. Nenu, I hope we see more of you on the Friendlies universe, at least. There's a line of people that would love to play you. So, anytime, my friend, we would love to see you again. Well, there you go. That's it from the King. Thank you so much for all of you watching this edition of the Friday Night Fights. It's been an honor, as always, to host over here. And again, thank you to the players such as Jeff and Nenu for agreeing to do this, and all the other players that have played tonight. You all are what make Friendlies as great as it is each and every week. So with that said, what is happening out in the world of the Classicos, right? The world of the classical Tetrises. I don't know. No, Andy was on before, and he called it a day. I would rate Jeffrey, but I know him. He's going to call it a day. He's done. He's finished. Gerald is going for 10 million. And he's currently on 917 lines. Look at him go. I'm watching him go right now. Let's see. Let's see if he can survive. No, he's going to top out. 921 lines for Gerald. So sad. That's not going to happen. Anyway. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to send it over to, not Gerald tonight, but we're going to send it over to a friend of mine that is currently on a quest for 50 maxes. He's got 48 out of 50. And needs 2 more to get to the 50 mark that he really wants. So we're going to head on over there. Because he's a good friend of mine. He also helped create the logos for the Friday Night Fights, the Monday Night Mayhems, and all that good stuff. That's right, Arctic. You're a smart man. We're going to go see the Czar of Classic Tetris, Czar Jordan. That's like right underneath the King, right? A Czar. People might say a Czar is greater than the King, but no. King is the King. Ain't nobody better than me. So from the King to all of you, thank you all so much for a great night of Friendlies. Again, we will be preempted next Friday. It'll be Genesis action over in San Jose, California. That'll be going on next Friday, so tune in for that. Let me go over to the pre-roll, right? When is it? There it is. So it is Genesis CWC Regional happening in San Jose, California from February 16th to 17th. Tetris will be happening there. You get Friday quals and maybe some Friendlies. Not hosted by the King, so they're not really my Friendlies, but get some action. You get to see some stuff, so make sure you tune in for that great action. And then Saturday will be the tournament. Make sure you check it out. And one more time, that actually should be a really fun event next Friday. So again, we'll be preempted, and I'll be back probably the week after that, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But what we can tell you 100% sure is don't forget, you got this matchup coming up on Monday Night Mayhem. We have an early Valentine's Day special. Reed, who will actually be at Genesis, will take on Bestie Anity. You all love her. You know why. Valentine's Day Challenge. Loser orders the winner a heart-shaped pizza or vice versa. I don't know, whatever shenanigans it is. But all I know is it'll be fun. So check that out with Burb Wizard on Monday night. He's got all the action there. And I'm done. Court is adjourned. I'll see you all next time.